Listen. If you are an American who believes there is a God, then you probably believe that America is still the greatest nation on earth. Hopefully, you also recognize that we need a moral, spiritual revival before a political revolution can be planted in fertile soil. It just makes sense. Are you with me? Please subscribe to Daily Tea at www.dailytea.us/subscribe. The liberal mantra is spoken by idiots. Commentary by George Rogers Clark. Exhortation is a word I use occasionally. Just recently, a friend reminded me that the Bible use of the word goes beyond encouraging, inspiring, or just firing someone up. The Bible use of exhort includes the idea of rebuke. We all understand that to mean, to give a word of warning and correction. My friend is correct. Therefore, I am rebuking myself for not doing this sooner. Here is my exhortation to believers wherein I rebuke liberals, and offer one solution for them and us. Sometimes it is possible for me to muster some patience with some elements of the liberal mantra. I disagree with all they say, and I will fight against all they do, but some portions are a little less offensive to me. For example, when they say we need to protect our environment, I agree in principle. However, when they want to push global sustainability under the United Nations Agenda 21 plan, I say, hell no. What is the difference? Agenda 21 is nothing less than a new world order, one world tyrannical government plan of the globalist elites. If ever fully implemented, it would be the founding document for a systematic removal of liberty and the theft of America's wealth. We would have to surrender our power as citizens and America's wealth to other nations, people, and false religious systems that hate America, Americans, and our Judeo-Christian principles. Hell no. Now that I am warmed up, please allow me to bring up some other elements of the liberal mantra for which I have no patience. Evolution. Some liberals say they believe in God. They also say they believe in evolution. When that happens, my processor goes, beep, and smoke rises from my motherboard, figuratively speaking, of course. What really gets my I/O chip working overtime is that they are not happy unless they can convince many others to believe that same crap. If by chance there are some liberals reading or hearing this, listen up. I do not care if you want to live in a delusional world. You have made yourself into your own God and have no need of my God. That is your unfortunate choice. But you are an idiot if you think those who actually do believe in the real God are going to let you diminish him. Your claims that all the eye beholds was an accident of natural selection is observable BS. A majority of honest scientists even agree that intelligent design can be seen in all of creation. Liberal lunacy about evolution frustrates me to the point I cannot muster appropriate patience. For any who may want to enjoy a source of endless evidence and arguments in favor of creationism, please visit Creation Ministries International at www.creation.com. Sodomy, gay rights. Sodomy is another liberal checkbox issue. To be a fully authorized, and thus self-identified as mindless, liberal, you have to check that box. You do not have to engage in sodomy, but you have to be a card-carrying supporter of gay rights. Why would a sane person want to defy God in such an antagonistic manner? If the liberal knew God, the liberal would trust God, and the liberal would then know to love the gay person in the appropriate manner, but helpfully intervene to encourage a change of mind and conduct. Marching, protesting, and literally attacking the church, the synagogue, the clergy, believers, and the Bible is not the way to win friends and influence people. There was a time when I would have said that they would never gain any ground for gay rights with those tactics. But hey, now we have same-sex marriage in America. How did they do it? They did not win over responsible people. They won over the liberal courts. Abortion is number one. Abortion numbers, even if recently decreasing slightly, are on the magnitude of infanticide. The murder of an infant to terminate an inconvenient pregnancy is a horror. The protection of the right of choice to murder infants at will is the number one black mark against liberals, their agenda, and their narrative. Any mother with a conscience knows that murdering her baby is wrong. However, she has an army of godless liberal loonies telling her that it is her right, her choice, and they will take care of everything. What they do not bother to tell her is that abortion is a hugely profitable business for those cold-blooded creatures that engage in the trade. They may seem smart that they are making so much money, but they are idiots if they think they are getting away with it. Eternity is a long, long time to pay for a few years of plush living and extravagant spending. God lives at the atomic particle level of everything He created, and He created everything. Fools may deny Him, but He will not be ignored. The hypocrisy is what irks me the most. The idiots are so dumb that they will fight tooth and nail to enact gun control and take away guns. Their mantra on the gun issue is that they want to save lives. Never mind that the stats all prove they are wrong. It is just more BS. These same hypocrites that want to take away my self-defense to save lives are killing defenseless infants for profit. Hypocrites. Yes, they are idiots. Their agenda is all wrong. The mantra they preach to expand their agenda and their control is wrong. Dangerous idiots. However, they are dangerous idiots. Here is why. Centuries before the time of Jesus, God brought national judgment on Israel for the same sins that are the ruin of America today. The penalty was the removal of God's protection from the nation. Overrun by their enemies, they were carried away into captivity and a miserable existence that spanned many, many generations. Just as the rain, a blessing, falls on the just and the unjust, God's judgment of a nation impacts the just and the unjust. Liberals in America and Israel have embraced Satan's first and worst recorded lie. He told Eve, "You shall be as gods." Since that time, they have been trying to construct a man-made utopia here on earth, without God's help. Is our conservative, God and country mantra just words? Do we have ideas or beliefs that we dogmatically see as truth? Are they true? Well then, what is holding us back? If we have future hopes for our children and grandchildren, we have to turn the tide today. We must win the culture wars. We must be the salt and light that is the catalyst for a new moral and spiritual revival. One that will allow a political revolution to be planted in fertile soil. Let's call it revivolution. However, first we must ourselves be obedient so that we might be empowered for our mission. 2 Chronicles 7:14 has the complete instruction in one easy to read and easy to understand verse. It can be read in 15 seconds. If you do not have a Bible, you can look it up on the internet. The last remaining hope. 2 Chronicles 7:14 is for believers today. All Jews and Christians who seek God's mercy for a better America and a better Israel should act upon that instruction. It is in the form of a covenant. Acceptance and obedience to that covenant is the key to a moral and spiritual revival that will permit a political revolution to be planted in fertile soil. Are you with me? Let's get started. Thank you for your time.